I had such a great time today. Spending time with everyone is the best, isn't it?
I didn't enjoy it at all. Why did I even have to go to that party? It was so noisy and chaotic. I couldn't relax for a second.
Oh, come on. Everyone was having such a good time. But I did notice you seemed a bit uneasy, so I tried to make things easier for you.
You being considerate toward me? That's ridiculous. Being in that space was a complete waste of my time, and I didn't enjoy any of it.
But we all ate together and played games. It wasn't all bad, right?
I'd rather not play boring games or eat food that wasn't even good. Honestly, I would have preferred staying home and enjoying some peace and quiet.
I get that, but everyone was happy, and it's good to connect with them sometimes, don't you think?
Just because everyone else is having fun doesn't mean I have to. I just want to spend my time the way I like, without worrying about what others expect.
But I thought maybe, just maybe, you'd enjoy it a little since we were all together.
Why do you always try so hard to get along with everyone else? No matter how much effort you put into it, I'm not going to change my pace for you.
But doesn't it feel like a waste not to make the most of the time?
Not to me. For me, staying in my own bubble and doing what I want is a waste at all.
But being with others and sharing joy can be meaningful too. Sometimes just being in the moment with people can make everything feel more special.
You always think that way, don't you? But that's not who I am. I don't see it as the right way of doing things.
You don't have to say it like that. I just wanted to share that time with everyone and make it enjoyable for all of us.
That idea of sharing joy with everyone just doesn't make sense to me. I like to move at my own pace and do things on my terms.
Still, wouldn't it be nice to care a little more about those around you? Creating moments where everyone can smile together, it's important.
Like I've been saying, I don't care. You can laugh all you want, but I'll focus on what matters to me.
You know, Kimberly, you're really stubborn. It's like you're locked into your own little world.
Because that's who I am. I'm not interested in blending in or doing things for others. I like living my life on my terms.
Okay, but wouldn't it be great to do something for others once in a while? Maybe join in and have fun together.
Not gonna happen. This is my life and I live it by my rules. You do you, but don't try to force your way on me.
Alright, fine. I just hope someday you'll enjoy these moments a little more.
And I hope you understand that my priorities are different. My happiness comes first.
Kimberly, you haven't seemed to like yourself lately. Are you okay? You're not coming down with something, are you?
I'm fine. There's nothing wrong.
Really? Alright then. But if something's on your mind, you can always rely on me.
Well, in that case, it's kind of last minute to ask, but I need $2,000. I'm going on a trip with my boyfriend tomorrow.
What? You never said a word about it before. You can't just spring this on me out of nowhere.
You just said I could rely on you.
It's past 9 p.m. I don't even have that kind of cash on me right now. You can't seriously expect me to just pull that amount out of thin air.
If you were a real mom, you'd always have cash ready for emergencies like this. Honestly, you're so useless, it's pathetic.
You could have told me this earlier instead of waiting until now.
I've been ignoring you on purpose. Can't you take a hint?
We're talking over text, so how is this any different?
Talking to your face puts me in such a bad mood. I'd rather avoid it altogether.
Your cold attitude is the reason even Walter stopped talking to me. Do you have any idea how hard that's been for me?
Oh, please. Why would he bother talking to you when it only makes me miserable by association?
Stop saying ridiculous things and just have a normal conversation.
Excuse me? You and Dad have ignored me for 14 years. Do you honestly think that hasn't hurt me?
Of course. It's been hard for me too, but I can't just give up on you two. Someone has to take care of this family, so I've been doing what needs to be done.
You're not even my real mom, yet you're bending over backward for me. It's honestly hilarious how pointless all your effort is.
Because you're my daughter. That's never going to change.
Ew, gross. That's so cringy I might throw up.
Kimberly, you're 23 now. Can you at least stop with the hurtful comments?
Oh, shut up. Don't lecture me. You're not even my real mom.
When we first became a family, you were so sweet with me. What happened?
Don't know, don't care. And stop digging up the past. It's such a waste of time.
One day you just stopped talking to me altogether and started leaving me notes. Since then, I haven't really heard your voice. I don't know what you're thinking or what's troubling you. I feel like I failed you as a mom.
Not my problem. How many times do I have to say it? Stop acting like you're my mom. It's exhausting.
If our lack of communication is why you talk like this, then part of the blame lies with me.
Seriously? I'm perfectly polite to everyone at work. You're the only one I talk to like this, so don't worry about it.
Well, if that's the case.
Oh, actually, I need a favor.
What is it?
Can you stop looking at me? Your eyes and the way you stare? Ugh, it's disgusting. I can't take it anymore.
Where is this coming from?
When you look at me, I feel sick. It's like your eyes are rotting my soul. Now go to the ATM and get the money already.
Kimberly, don't say such horrible things.
Also, don't call me by my name anymore. Every time you do, it ruins the beautiful name my real mom gave me.
Ashley, how have you been? I haven't heard from you in forever.
It's been a while, Sylvia. I'm doing okay. I'm just dealing with a lot lately.
I brought you a little something from Italy. Mind if I stop by tomorrow to drop it off?
Wait, you went to Italy?
Yeah, I tagged along on my daughter's work trip.
Oh, that sounds amazing. You two get along so well.
You and Kimberly are still not talking?
Nope.
No way. She's 23 now, isn't she?
She'll text me sometimes, but it's just her being snarky or rude.
What is she so hung up about? She was so sweet when we first started living together.
She didn't call me Mom, but she'd look up to me and follow me around.
If I remember correctly, her mom left to be with another man, right?
Yeah, but she doesn't know that part. And honestly, it wouldn't change anything if she did.
What does Walter think about you guys not talking?
He's been ignoring me too for the past few years.
What the hell?
I think Kimberly says something to him. He's such a softie with her. It drives me crazy.
That's unbelievable. That's not a family.
I know, it hurts, and I just want things to go back to how they were. But they're both so stubborn. It's like I'm talking to a wall.
Why don't you just leave? You must be at your breaking point by now.
I've thought about it, but I keep telling myself I'll wait until Kimberly gets married. Even if I'm not her real mom, it's better for her to have both parents around.
I can't believe how much you're willing to endure.
At the end of the day, we've been living as a family for 14 years. Even though we're not related by blood, I still see her as my daughter, and I want to be there for her.
I get that, but still.
I wanted to do things like taking a trip with her, like you and yours.
This whole situation is making me tear up. When you married Walter, I really thought you'd finally have a happy ending.
Kimberly has a boyfriend now.
Really?
Yeah, sounds like she's planning to get married soon. I overheard her talking to Walter about it.
Well, that's wonderful news.
It is. Maybe when she starts her own family, she'll finally understand where I'm coming from. I'm holding on to that little bit of hope.
I believe one day she'll see how much you love her.
Thanks, Sylvia.
Oh, by the way, I got her a bottle of perfume as a gift. Hopefully, it'll cheer her up a little.
Oh, she'll love it. Thank you so much.
And I've got another surprise for you, too. Can't wait to see you tomorrow.
Kimberly, how's the wedding planning going?
Leave me alone. It's none of your business.
Come on, don't be like that.
Forget that. Why the hell did you invite her?
Who are you talking about?
Your sister, obviously.
But you seemed happy when she brought you the gift. You even had a normal conversation. I was so relieved to see you two getting along.
Oh, please. That was just for show. I had to put up with her because I need her as a cash cow for the wedding.
What are you talking about?
I'm getting married.
Yeah, I know. I'm really happy for you.
No, don't be happy for me. You'll jinx it with your fake cheer.
What? That doesn't even make sense.
Your side of the family is loaded, so I've been buttering everyone up for those wedding checks.
For money?
Of course. That perfume was so stinky, so I threw it away.
You're joking, right?
Oh, and that dress she so forcefully left behind? I tore it up and threw it away.
What?
It was old-fashioned and tacky anyway. What's with wear this for your outfit change? Seriously, you sisters have zero taste.
Oh wait, you're joking, right?
She even said that after I wore it, her daughter would too. Recycling a dress like that? Oh, that's so cheap it made me sick.
She wasn't forcing it on you. She just said you could wear it if you liked it.
Well, I didn't like it, so I trashed it.
You should have just given it back. That dress was an heirloom from our grandmother. I even wore it when I married your dad.
That's exactly why. There's no way I'd ever wear something you put on, even if it went through 1,000 dry cleaning cycles.
Then you could have just said that. Throwing it away is unforgivable.
Well, I can't talk to you, can I? Actions speak louder than words, right?
You could have texted me instead. What am I supposed to tell Sylvia now?
Why are you acting so high and mighty over a ratty old dress?
It's not just any dress.
What do you mean?
Our grandmother worked for the royal tailor in England when she was young, and eventually became independent.
Oh wow, that's impressive.
That dress was a gift from someone in the royal family.
Wait, really?
It's over 100 years old and basically priceless. My mom, my sister, and I have cherished it all these years, and now, how dare you?
Wait, are we talking millions?
I don't know. If it went to auction, I'm sure collectors would fight over it.
Yes! Jackpot!
What are you saying?
So, I didn't actually trash it. You're saying it could sell for a fortune, right?
I just told you my niece might wear it someday.
Yeah, not my problem. Looks like I just scored the ultimate wedding gift.
Please, don't do anything stupid. If Sylvia files a police report, it's over for you.
Police? Whoa, hold on a second.
That's how valuable it is. If you don't want to end up in jail, don't touch it.
Darn it. Fine. You're so stingy.
Getting arrested before your wedding would be a nightmare. If you understand, just return the dress.
Nope, I'm holding on to it for now, but how you act might change my mind.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means the size of the wedding gift. If it's not enough, I'm selling it.
You'll get a proper gift, I promise. Just take good care of it.
Fine, but I'm serious. Don't skimp on that gift. Can we talk for a moment?
Wow, you actually initiated a conversation. That's rare.
Don't get the wrong idea. I'm doing this because I have to.
What's going on?
The wedding date's been set and I need you to pay for the ceremony.
You're dropping this on me out of nowhere.
It's going to be a destination wedding, so obviously it's expensive. As my mother, it's your duty to cover this, isn't it?
You're planning a wedding without even knowing how you'll afford it?
I'm asking you because I assumed you'd cover it. My fiancé's family isn't contributing anything.
So they're not paying a cent, and I'm supposed to foot the entire bill?
That's why I'm asking. You think I'd bother otherwise?
How much are we talking about?
The total's around 300 grand, so our share is about 200.
That much? There's no way I can pay that.
What? Are you saying your precious daughter should have some cheap, shabby wedding?
That's not what I mean. But do you really need a wedding that costs that much? Isn't that way beyond what's reasonable?
You're basically saying a budget wedding is good enough for me.
I'm saying I can't afford $200,000.
Figures. All that talk about me being important to you was just empty words. You don't mean it at all, do you?
That's not true. It's not a lie.
Do you think I don't know? Dad told me about the hefty inheritance you got.
He told you that?
Yeah, it all makes sense now after hearing about Grandma's life in England. She was pretty accomplished, so of course, she'd leave behind a fortune. Guess I should have been nicer to you.
Yes, there's an inheritance, and I used it to pay for your college education.
Oh wow, that's sweet. You're still getting rejected by your daughter, though. Poor you.
But I can't cover the full amount. Marriage is about the two of you. You need to plan a wedding within your means.
You're so annoying. That's what makes you so unbearable.
I'll cover the essentials, but do two young people really need a wedding that costs $300,000?
Travel costs alone are ridiculous. That's why. I'm saying it's expensive.
If that's the case, I'll cover the travel expenses for our side of the family. Me, your dad, Sylvia, and my niece.
Wait, what? Are you planning to come to my wedding?
Of course. It's my daughter's wedding.
Oh, no. You're not coming. What makes you think I'd invite my fake mom to my wedding? Why are you acting all excited? It's embarrassing. The only one getting an invite is Dad.
So you expect me to pay for a wedding I'm not even invited to?
Exactly. If you actually cared about me, this wouldn't even be a discussion.
I can't believe this. You seriously think that's a reasonable request?
I'm your daughter, so it's the least you could do for me.
Ugh, I've been so wrong. I thought loving you and showing it would eventually reach you. But clearly I was an idiot. I was just enabling your entitlement.
So what's it going to be?
I truly wish you happiness, but I'm not paying for this.
Fine, then I'll just sell that dress.
We agreed you wouldn't do that.
Oh, really? I don't remember that.
Selling it on a flea market app is one thing, but this is completely different.
If you didn't want to let it go, you shouldn't have brought it to me.
Sylvia made it clear it was a loan. You know selling borrowed property is a crime, right?
Well, if you give me the money, I won't have to sell it.
I guess nothing I say will get through to you.
Whatever. Oh, and after the wedding, I want you out of this family.
What do you mean?
I'm starting a new family and you're not part of it.
Please don't say that. How can you be so cold?
It's nothing personal. I just don't like you.
If I've done something wrong, I'm sorry. Just tell me. What are you so angry about?
It's from when I was in 3rd grade.
3rd grade? I'm sorry, but I don't remember what happened.
It was my first parent-teacher day after transferring schools, and you didn't show up.
Oh, that.
I had just started at a new school, but somehow everyone knew I was a stepchild. They teased me, saying you didn't come because you're not my real mom and didn't care about me.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know that happened.
You promised you'd come, but you broke that promise without a second thought. That's when I decided I'd never trust you again.
I won't make excuses. I was wrong. I'm sorry.
It's too late to apologize for something that happened 14 years ago. I'll never forgive you.
Kimberly, I really am sorry. But even if you come crying to me, I won't care anymore.
Excuse me?
How have you been?
Nothing's really changed.
There's something I want to talk to you about.
What is it? Is it about Kimberly?
Yeah, it's about her wedding. I need to discuss something important.
Alright, what is it?
I heard it's going to be a destination wedding. Is that true?
Yeah, that's what she wants, so it is what it is.
She's asking me to cover $200,000.
Just pay it. You got plenty of money, don't you?
You told her about the inheritance, didn't you?
Of course I did. I told her to take as much as she needs without hesitation.
When I refused to pay, she accused me of not loving her. Our relationship, which was already strained, just got worse.
Let's be honest. This family's been broken for years. Nothing you say or do now is going to change that.
Maybe you're right, but I didn't want to give up. But now she's told me not to come to the wedding and to leave you. Do you feel the same way, or are you just going along with what she says?
Well, yeah. When she's around, I can't even talk to you. Honestly, this isn't a marriage anymore, is it?
That's because you blindly follow whatever she says.
She has no one else on her side. She rejects you because you're not her biological mother. What am I supposed to do?
That's something we knew from the start when we remarried. You gave up halfway through, so you have no right to criticize me.
Yeah, whatever. I'm the bad guy. Got it.
What kind of response is that? We're not getting anywhere like this.
That's why I'm telling you, as Kimberly said, to leave after the wedding.
What? Are you serious? Why?
Because she doesn't want you anywhere near her future children.
I see.
She thinks it's better for her real mother to be involved.
Wait, are you still in contact with her?
Yeah, there's been a lot, but she's apologized, and Kimberly wants her real mother in her life. This is the best solution for everyone.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me you've been planning all this behind my back?
This marriage is over. Let it go already.
Does she even know what kind of person her mother is?
Of course not.
Have you forgotten how much pain she caused both of you 15 years ago?
It's all in the past. I've moved on.
Kimberly hasn't. She doesn't even know. She's still holding a grudge against me for missing her 3rd grade parent-teacher day.
Look, this is the decision we've made. I'm sorry, but there is no place for you here anymore.
Is that woman coming to the wedding? Is that why I'm not invited?
Yes, having 2 mothers there would just be awkward.
Okay, fine. After being humiliated like this, I think I can finally let go.
Good. I'm glad you understand.
I'll make sure to provide a generous gift as my final act as her mother. Please let her know.
Thanks. That'll help a lot.
That's it? How heartless.
Thanks for the cleaning, laundry, and cooking. Really appreciate it. How's that?
You should have just hired a housekeeper. I didn't need to be here for that.
You're probably right. Should have gotten a housekeeper.
I'll be out within 3 days. Thank you for everything.
What's going on? I've been messaging you over and over. Why aren't you responding? Are you ignoring your precious daughter?
Hello, how can I help you?
Did you transfer the money yet? I need to book the flights and hotels.
Oh, who might this be?
What are you asking? It's me, your precious daughter. Dad told me you were going to be generous with the wedding gift.
Ah, about that. I left it before moving out.
Where?
In the living room, in the drawer where the bills are kept. There's a card there.
Found it. But this feels really thin. Is it a check or something? Wait, what is this?
Is something wrong?
This must be a mistake. There's only $300 in here.
No mistake. That's correct. Congratulations on your wedding.
What? Are you serious? This is not nearly enough.
I believe that's the standard amount for a casual wedding gift. Feel free to accept it.
Come on, you're kidding, right? I told you it's a destination wedding.
Oh, how exciting. Where is it? Not that it matters, since I won't be attending, but I'm sure it'll be lovely.
Why are you talking like this?
Because we're strangers now. I wouldn't dare speak informally to someone I don't know.
14 years you were my mother, right? Don't you care if my wedding gets ruined?
You and Walter are the ones who threw away those 14 years, remember?
That's completely unrelated.
Not to me, it's the same thing.
Stop with this formal nonsense already.
You're a funny one. 1 minute I'm nobody to you, and the next you don't want me to act like a stranger.
That's not...
I heard your real mother will be attending the wedding. Walter mentioned it, and that she'll be babysitting your kids when they're born.
Of course, because only my real mom can be trusted with something that important.
That makes sense. It's best to rely on someone you trust.
But I really need your help. I already told my friends we're doing this big fancy destination wedding, and with the inflation, the costs are just ridiculous.
And what would you like me to do about that?
And then I'll sell that dress. I looked it up and royal family related items can fetch a huge price.
Oh, I've already taken care of that.
What?
I found it in your room and returned it to its rightful owner.
You went into my room? That's disgusting. You're a thief.
The dress belongs to Sylvia, so I simply returned it to her.
What am I supposed to do now?
How about hosting a modest wedding here, and then you can enjoy your life with your amazing mother who ditched her daughter for another man.
What are you talking about?
Oh, didn't Walter tell you?
He said they split because of irreconcilable differences.
She chose a man over her own family. Truly an honest woman, isn't she? I could never do such a thing.
No way. What a terrible person.
I realize it's pointless to bring this up now, but since this is the end, I might as well tell you.
Tell me what?
The reason I couldn't attend your 3rd grade open house was because your biological mother got in the way.
What?
That day, I went all the way to the school gate, and there she was, standing there waiting for me. And somehow she knew my face and name. She said, the real mother should go. That's what Kimberly would want. You stay out of this.
But my mom didn't show up.
Is that so? Then it must have just been harassment. She left her family for another man, only to be tossed aside. At the time, she was apparently trying to get back together with Walter.
So that's how it was?
Back then, he still has some sense and was furious, yelling, "Don't be ridiculous." Who could have imagined that 14 years later, he'd end up back with her?
Wait a second. This changes everything.
How so?
I've been deceived for 14 years, haven't I?
By who?
By you. If you just told me about that day or her cheating back then, I wouldn't have treated you so coldly.
Do you really think I could tell a 9-year-old your mother chose another man over you and abandoned you?
Oh, well, no, but...
I just wanted to be your mother. I told myself I'd never leave you, that I'd never let you feel abandoned again. That's what kept me going. But it didn't reach you. Maybe my love wasn't enough. For that, I deeply apologize. I'm sorry.
Stop it! Don't apologize. I was the one at fault. Please come back.
This time, it isn't just about a kid throwing a tantrum. Even after becoming an adult, you continued to reject me. Even when you were old enough to discern right from wrong, it was your decision to treat me this way. You hurled countless cruel words and hurt me deeply.
I said I'm sorry.
And now I can't even tell if your apology is sincere or if it's just because you need money. I can't trust you and Walter anymore. That's why I left.
If you feel that way, then fine. I looked into it, and during a divorce, you have to split the assets, don't you?
And?
The inheritance you received, give half of it to Dad.
You should probably study up a bit more before making claims like that. Inheritance is classified as separate property, meaning it's not subject to division in a divorce. Therefore, I don't have to hand over a single cent. In fact, I'll be taking half of the savings Walter accumulated over the past 14 years, and will also be seeking alimony.
What?
One last thing. I don't see the past 14 years as a waste, but if I'm being honest, I do wonder what I could have accomplished with that time. Still, it's too late now, so I'll keep moving forward. I hope you also have a happy life.
Wait, don't leave me.
No use crying over spilled milk. It's not the most motherly thing to say, but I couldn't think of anything else. Goodbye.
Hey, you're coming back in the end, aren't you? You always forgave me no matter what I said. Fine, I'll give you 5 days. Just come home already.
Ashley, have you calmed down a bit? Thanks for sending it amidst the mess you were going through.
Oh, did it arrive?
It did. The dress is here. No stains, no tears. Completely intact.
I'm so relieved. I was worried with all the moving chaos, but I'm glad it made it safely. It's a miracle, really. I inspected it too, but the detailing is so intricate, I couldn't be sure.
This dress. Grandma wore it. Mom wore it. You wore it. And I wore it too. It's not like it comes with a magical happily ever after guarantee, but it really does carry the feeling of our family's bond.
Yeah, I guess Amanda's next.
That girl is so focused on work, I don't see a wedding happening anytime soon.
Fair enough.
By the way, what happened with Kimberly's wedding?
Oh, where to begin? You know how Walter got back together with his ex-wife?
Yeah?
Well, just a few days into living together, she apparently cleaned out his savings.
What?
He's had the same PIN for years, so she withdrew the daily max for a few days straight, 10,000 a pop. By the end of 2 weeks, she'd taken off with everything.
You're kidding!
As for Kimberly, she decided to scale things back to a local reception. But when she demanded the groom's side pay for everything, they got furious and called the whole thing off.
Oh, honestly.
If money issues were going to cause problems before the wedding even happened, it's probably better this way for her sake.
Oh, still sounding like a mom, I see.
Force of habit, I guess, but I can't help it. I still care. Even so, the best thing for her now is to let her figure it out. When she realizes what she's lost, that'll be enough for me.
You're incredible, honestly. I don't think I could ever be that patient.
Don't give me too much credit.
Oh, speaking of which, you'll never guess this. Amanda looked up the dress's value. Take a wild guess.
I have no idea.
About 600 grand. I mean, I'm not selling it, though.
Oh my god, that much?
I'll just have to live long enough to see a granddaughter wear it someday.
Exactly.
There's still so much to look forward to.
I really hope so.
Speaking of which, I've got a suggestion. Amanda's heading to Paris for work next month. Want to tag along?
Absolutely. Count me in. After I left the house, it completely fell into disrepair and became infamous in the neighborhood as a hoarder's nightmare. Walter, desperate to recover the money stolen from him, reportedly ran to the police. However, his ex-wife is nowhere to be found, having disappeared without a trace. Considering that amount was what remained after deducting my share of the division of assets, I say it's a fitting price for his betrayal. As for the alimony, he's been paying me in installments. No excuses accepted. And Kimberly? Quitting her job before the wedding seems to have backfired spectacularly. She hasn't been able to find stable employment, and from what I hear, she's now working a shady job. Even then, her earnings seem to vanish into thin air due to her reckless spending, leaving her drowning in debt. Honestly, it's just karma. When Walter contacted me, pleading for help for Kimberly, I couldn't help but be astonished. The audacity to think I'd swoop in to save them? They're sorely mistaken. There's no way I'd lend a hand. Meanwhile, the trip to Paris with Sylvia and Amanda was absolutely magical. It sparked a newfound love for travel. Now I spend my time exploring Europe, soaking in everything life has to offer. The hardships of the past now feels like valuable lessons. The days of being controlled by Kimberly and Walter are long gone. If I ever think of them, it's only for a laugh. From here on, I'm dedicated to cherishing my own life and creating even more beautiful memories.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.